In this video, I'm going to introduce you to Tompkinson and Elliott's account of the gamer persona, specifically as it is imagined by G Fuel. G Fuel is an energy drink manufactured in various formats and advertised by a range of social media influencers and entertainers typically associated with gaming. Tompkinson and Elliott argue that the result is more than just the marketing and branding of a product, but rather the collective construction of a persona that has actively reimagined the gamer as an athletic activity, requiring mental and physical energy, connecting to others in an exciting and glamorous lifestyle. They argue that the contemporary gamer persona signals that there has been a shift in the popular discourses surrounding the gamer identity in specific gaming micropublics. In this context, the producer of G Fuel, Gamma Labs, has been able to form partnerships with micro-celebrities to appeal to a large global audience, negotiating between a commitment to diversity and controversial influencer figures. It is important to note that this contemporary gamer persona is identified by Tompkinson and Elliott as a very successful marketing and PR operation that exists in a post-Gamergate media landscape. I'm not going to go into Gamergate in this video, but I do want to link to two really interesting articles on the topic, and I'll put these on the learning platform for your reading. And I want to point out that, Gamergate is a different kind of gamer persona, and we can discuss that in the tutorials. G Fuel is a multimodal transmedia brand. The product itself comes in a number of different modes or packaged forms, including a powder, a liquid, candied energy crystals, and so on. And these feature strongly in the mediatization of the gamer persona and the trademark slogan, the official energy drink of esports. As you may know, esports is a global, massive social media entertainment industry that, even prior to the global pandemic, had a very popular physical presence, but it has since maintained its interest online via sites like YouTube and Twitch TV. Tompkinson and Elliott argue that the contemporary gamer persona is a collective performance of G Fuel, and it's more than 60 partnerships with influencers, gamers, and athletes. G Fuel is not limited to esports, but is associated with a number of contentious gamer micro-celebrities. The controversial nature of the persona, or the gamer persona, is more than Gamergate. And indeed, there is a long history of the label gamer associated with an affluent cultural identity and capacity for social capital and leisure time. The authors argue that there has historically been a gamer persona that is largely represented in the media as being aggressive, young, heterosexual, white, and male, despite more than a decade of research that points to the average gamer actually just as likely to be equally a middle-aged woman of diverse backgrounds as a white male. As the authors note, indeed, in the US and the UK, women comprise around half of all players, and the average age of gamers is increasing. The authors argue that G Fuel persona construction is mediatized by both its corporate web presence and a network of prestigious and diverse sponsored influencers. They provide a detailed textual analysis of the G Fuel website and the ways that Gamma Labs uses the discourse of health and athleticism to frame their product in opposition to other energy drink brands. Using the representation of esports as a professional lifestyle, the site lists UFC fighters, esports athletes, bodybuilders, skateboarders, YouTube stars, fitness models, and even NFL players as key consumers. Gamma Labs then builds on the representational strategies of the website by making alliances with social media entertainers and influencers to present themselves publicly as part of an elite collective of G Fuel partners, as part of what's called Team Gamma. These micro-celebrities operate across Twitch and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and YouTube and many other social media platforms. Tompkinson and Elliott highlight G Fuel's relationship with the esports organization FaZe Clan, a team of professional gamers with its own persona, its own brand, and its own marketing, which they argue maintains elements of the classic gamer in the sense that those who are male and highly dedicated to the hobby more easily gain legitimacy compared to women and minorities, as well as to those who have a more relaxed attitude to gaming, play less, or play so-called casual games. Prestige is an important part of the FaZe Clan contribution to the G Fuel contemporary gamer persona, enabling a connection to a brand that is based on the representation of the individual as competitive, highly performing, dedicated, stylish gamers that distance themselves from geekery. Tompkinson and Elliott's analysis also takes a look at the value and reputation of the YouTuber Keemstar, Daniel Keem, who is known for being inflammatory and aggressive and confrontational in his content, particularly the channel known as Drama Alert. Keemstar's own persona is highly controversial and is arguably as successful as FaZe Clan, but it is a persona that seems to thrive on transgression and controversy to maximize his influence. Despite damage to his own reputation with ongoing incidents and transgressions, G Fuel did not officially terminate their association with Keemstar, but they did remove his products and merchandise from their store. FaZe Clan, PewDiePie, and Keemstar, who are all contributing to the contemporary gamer persona, have all had controversies that seem to contribute to the rebellious and contentious characteristics that are now expressed values associated with that persona. However, as the authors note, Gamma Labs presents itself as being aware of women's underrepresentation and poor treatment in multiplayer spaces, esports, game development, publishing, journalism, and content creation. G Fuel's website contains a blog section that regularly publishes a Women of G Fuel series, consisting of interviews with female content creators. These interviews offer insightful details into the histories and lives of women streamers, specifically how and when they started gaming, and what obstacles linked to their gender that they have faced and overcome in their journey. The Twitch streamer NoisyButters, Hannah Bryan, joined the G Fuel collective in 2020 with the official flavor Starfruit, which is an interesting way to see the connection between brand, product, object, and persona. NoisyButters' persona is associated with positivity and happiness, rather than the edgy humor of PewDiePie, the contentious drama of Keemstar, and the esports competitiveness of FaZe Clan. By avoiding stigma and controversy, NoisyButters creates value for her persona through playing mainstream titles such as Call of Duty with a greater attention to game mechanics and establishing a strong reputation through her consistent affirmation of personal values such as positivity and happiness. So to conclude, I really recommend taking a look at the article and some of the papers that are cited in it. I think it's a really interesting way to see the degree to which the contemporary gamer persona is being legitimized, largely by public male figures, but also the way it has become clear that the contemporary gamer persona is in flux because it is now being contributed to by a collective, which means a greater opportunity for further diversity and a range of representations that are starting to afford women and minorities better degrees of attention and respect. Thanks for playing, and I'll see you in the next video.